It's Rick without the K. James presents In My Opinion Podcast.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you for watching. What is your love language? There's Gary Chapman.
I'm so sorry.
Gary Chapman wrote a book called The 5 Love Languages.
All right,
Are you familiar with it?
I'm familiar with the, not the book, but I'm familiar with the love languages. And if I'm not mistaken, it's touch, words of affirmation, gestures, like doing things for somebody, doing things.
Okay, acts of service, yeah.
Are you checking if I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her to look it up because my phone's recording.
I forget the last two. What are the other two?
Quality time.
Oh yes.
And receiving gifts.
Okay, yeah, definitely not the receiving gifts part. Words. I'm not gonna lie. Words of affirmation do a lot for me, because here's the thing.
I think I told you that yesterday that he wasn't gonna say that.
Oh, that I wasn't gonna say that?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. From my partner, I don't expect a lot. I don't expect them to do a lot for me. I appreciate it when they do things for me, of course, and I show them my appreciation. But whenever when I'm in a relationship, I walk into it with the mentality of I'm here to serve. And because I feel like that's the most bulletproof way to come into a relationship. I'm here to serve you.
And when you're serving, you don't want a bunch of gifts. Give me gifts. Give me gifts. No. That's what my boy Jeremy said. Nah. Fuck all the other 4. Give me gifts.
Yeah, I'm not a materialistic person or anything like that. So like materialistic things they don't weigh heavy with me. So for me, it's like your thoughts, your mind, your intentions, all that shit. I think comes in the form of words of affirmation for me. So when I'm in a relationship, I'm here to serve. I don't expect much in return. But if you can give me, like I said earlier, encouragement goes a long way. There's so much encapsulated in encouragement. So when you can talk to me in an encouraging fashion and have my back with your sentiments and with your thoughts, I'll take that.
Did you look this up, though? Because I know I sent you. I know you was like, oh, what are the 5
I don't read your
languages?
text messages.
Damn.
Obviously.
So words of affirmation go a long way, and I know that could easily be confused with somebody who just wants their ego stroked. But let's be honest, man. If my girl's not stroking my ego, then what are we doing? I'm not saying
What is she stroking?
I mean, yeah, she better be stroking more than just that,
And I say women only gotta do 3 things: feed us, fuck us, and stroke our ego. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm
those 3 things, and we serve you.
And if you're stroking my ego, if you're making that a priority, most likely you're feeding me and fucking me also. You're not gonna feed and fuck somebody and then not stroke their ego. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna stroke somebody's ego who you're not feeding and fucking unless you're just trying to manipulate them. But if I'm in a relationship and you give me words of affirmation, that's, to me, that kind of encompasses everything that I need from you as a partner. Because in my opinion, I'm here to serve in a relationship. I feel like that's the best way to go into a relationship, because then everything from that point on is just bonus points.
Okay.
So words of affirmation.
Before we get her answer, what do you think her answer is, Rudy?
Touch.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Well, I mean, let's not fist bump like it's creepy, but But I'm gonna say touch because I feel like for women that is the most tangible form of affection
I'm gonna say
possible.
why when it gets to me, but we're gonna go to you first, Sophia.
Okay.
So what is your love language? And
So it's changed, and I thought about this today. I'm like, oh dang, it changed. So if you were to ask me a while ago, it would have been acts of service, because to me, if you ask me if I need help with something, I'm gonna say no. But if you just like pick up on it and just do it, or take the shit from me, yeah, go for it. Like that's hot as shit. But now I think it's quality time.
Oh, that's
Quality
the 5th
time.
one.
Oh, yeah,
That's the 5th one.
Yeah. Because touch is good, words of affirmation, whatever, but like I think being in a relationship, number one, it has to be someone that understands like already the lifestyle that I have, and I feel like they would also need to be equally as busy, so that when we are together, it's like we're together.
Yeah.
We can enjoy time away, maybe on a trip, or like just be, you know what I mean? Just like right there, yeah.
Which is weird, because if I and just so you know, Rudy, I barely know Sophia, right?
Yeah.
She was doing the photography at one of the shows in Modesto. sent me some dope ass pictures, and that's how we started talking or whatever. Well, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm a big fan of anybody that takes a picture where I'm in motion. And I've said that before. I'll say it again. I love, like, my mom loves photographs where you're like, and everybody, and I hate that shit. I want me living my life
in the moment,
and you
candid.
capture that.
Yeah.
So those were dope pictures. Anybody that needs pictures, Sophia's. So I don't know much about Sophia, but I do know that it sounds like she's newly single in the last 12 to 18 months, living her own life, but trying to find her way when it comes to photography and being in the entertainment business. That's why she wanted to sit in with us. So to hear her say quality time, it sounds to me like you don't have any goddamn time for anybody. So is that why it's quality time now? Is because you're like, hey, we're only going to spend minimal time, motherfuckers, so make it worth my time to be with you. Is that why it's changed?
Yeah. To be honest, I was reflecting on this earlier, and it's like it's always been that way. Like I can remember an ex-boyfriend telling me like, yeah, but like we don't spend any time together, and you're always working, and you're always doing this, and it's like. I was like 19, 20 at the time. I was like, fool, you think this is bad? I just fucking started my career.
Right.
Like, you're going to take the back seat. I'm sorry. And if you can't understand that, then let's keep it moving, you know?
Yeah.
And if you can be there to support that and be there and encourage and support and be there when I need you to be there, then...
And I think that is harder for men to take that on, where we expect our woman to be there, or at least I do. I'm not going to speak for every man, but I expect, because I have a woman like that in my life right now where I'm not the most important thing, where it's, babe, I got to deal with work, you're second. And to me, that comes off where I'm like, where, again, to answer the love languages thing, for her it's touch, and I'm not a touch person. That's why I tabbed it up with you.
Because you like that touch.
Because I'm like,
because he needed that.
because if I'm touching,
it's been months.
And not Rudy,
It's
but
been
if I'm
months since I
touching,
bumped
bitch,
knuckles.
we fucking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not in middle school no more. Like, I'm not sitting here and I'm,
but hold
you know
on
what I mean?
hold on a second, though. You're not in middle school no more. But don't you...
So I don't want to finger fuck you, no?
Wait a minute.
Like,
God damn, that's
like,
extreme touching
like,
right there. Anytime you put a finger in the orifice, that's extreme
intimate.
touching. But intimacy could also come in the form of just like touching somebody's arm.
And
holding hands.
Right.
I will say holding hands is like,
Yeah.
oof.
And
Yeah.
maybe it's because I only got 9 fingers, but I don't like motherfuckers holding my hands.
I can't risk to
You
lose
know what
another
I mean?
one.
Yeah. I'm like, and I feel like if we're holding hands and there was an active shooter like you spoke about earlier, like, bitch, you are holding me back. I'm trying to get away. Like, leave me alone. Stop holding my motherfucking hand. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to run. Either you follow me
Trying to hold me back, bitch.
or,
I'd be out
or
already,
take the bullet
so
for the
it's
both
all
of us. Right? So, but for me, I think that's where me and Rudy are the same. And honestly, I didn't think we were going to be the same.
Yeah.
And I've said it before. I'm a words of affirmation person because I grew up with a mother that basically told me I was never good enough. So I need someone. I need the reassurance that, hey, man, you're doing a great job.
Right.
Hey, and any negativity that comes my way, I'm like, it just makes me relive my childhood where I'm like, oh, good. I'm not good enough for somebody else now. So for me, it's definitely words of affirmation.
And it's interesting. It's interesting that we agree on the words of affirmation. Like both of us want the words of affirmation, but it's interesting that we want it for different reasons because your upbringing was different from mine. I had a great upbringing, in my opinion. Like when I look back on it now, both of my parents were there. They were very supportive. I mean, we didn't have everything. Well, no, I had everything that I needed. Now when I look back on it, so I never wanted for anything, but. We weren't rich. We didn't, my pops wasn't balling. My mom wasn't balling. It's not like I had an abundance of things, but we were rich and wealthy in love. So for me, those other 4 love languages are good and they're great. But from my experience, I've learned that if you have a relationship with somebody who's willing to speak to you sincerely and give you words of affirmation on a sincere and genuine level, there is a great chance that all those other things are going to follow it. You know what I mean? So that's why to me, I look at words of affirmation as something. But here's the thing. The key is, though, you have to be able to discern when somebody's being genuine or not. Because the grandest hustle is mouthpiece.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I mean, I was a young man. And I used to game girls up all the time and straight up lie and get what I wanted out of just the mouthpiece. So you understand how powerful the mouthpiece is, you know?
And so I was going to say, for me, words of affirmation, I said whatever to that because you can tell me whatever you want.
Yes.
But I already know.
Talk is cheap.
I already know. Either I like you and I take what you say, and I accept what you say, or I take it with a grain of salt and it's like, okay, cool. I already know. I already know I'm good. You don't have to tell me. Or I already know that was bad. You don't have to tell me. Like, you know, like.
And for me, all those other things like acts of service, especially acts of service, quality time, because when I'm with somebody that I really care about, if I'm in a relationship with somebody that I really care about, all my time with them is quality time. I make sure of that. You know what I mean? Like I know it's easier said than done, but like even if I only got half an hour with the person that's in my life with my partner, even if it's only half an hour, we're gonna make the most out of that half an hour.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean we're gonna do a bunch of shit, but
Let's call her and ask her.
Let's call her. Hit her up. There's a lot of numbers you're gonna be calling.
I will say this:
you better put a 1 in front of that motherfucker.
When it comes to gifts. Maybe because I'm a broke dude or whatever, but
your broke ass.
But I like to give genuine, thoughtful gifts. I think I've had it both, where I've gotten a nice gift, but if you give me something where I'm like, man, you was paying attention to what I was saying, like you knew. So I give credit when if you're gonna give me a gift, because I'm such an asshole to take a gift and receive one, like make sure it's thoughtful. And I already know that. Like my girl. I've had in the past where a female has given me, hey, here's a pair of Jordans, and I'm like, oh, those aren't the ones that I like, but thanks.
Damn.
Can I?
For being raised,
I've been the asshole to be like, can I return
for
these?
being
Like,
raised
can I get
broke,
the ones
you
that I
sure
really
are a
wanted?
picky
Right?
motherfucker.
Does it come with a
You
gift
ever meet
receipt?
somebody who's broke and picky? Like, dog, you don't deserve anything, and yet you're still being an asshole.
Like,
about
how does anybody love this motherfucker? Now I know why his mama didn't love him.
I'm a terrible gift giver. I hate, like, honestly, to me, birthdays and holidays and shit, I'm like, fuck, really? Like, I don't know. I have to be in the moment. I have to be somewhere and see something, be like, that's that person. I will buy it then, and I will hold on to it for the person's birthday or holiday or whatever. But if I don't already have a gift and it's coming up, it's like, fuck, the pressure. Yeah. And then it's like, and then you look, and then you're just like looking around everywhere, getting overwhelmed. And you're like, fuck, I can't find anything that like would really speak to them. And then you end up getting a fucking gift card. And what does that mean? You know, like.
That's true.
No, I think
just give them the cash.
I think it's
at
something
that point, just give them
small
the cash.
as
Here, baby, here's $25.
It's something
Spend
as
it at
small as
Blockbuster if you want. I don't know.
I think it's something as small as the fact that like when my kids' birthdays come up or Christmas, they know that Dad's gonna give them something.
Yeah.
But I write a long letter in a card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know that at one point Dad's not gonna be around, and hopefully they have this card and they're like, okay, and they flip through it and they see the change. Because what I wrote, and I don't try to write the same fucking thing every year or every whatever. Where like my son. We kind of were beefing before he turned 18 or whatever, and he made a comment about something. We were talking about how you are as a parent and getting raised and this and that, whatever. And I was trying to tell him, I was like, dude, as much as you dislike certain things about me, you are me, motherfucker. And I made sure to put something meaningful like that in the card, like you are everything that's good about Dad. Like, you're the better 2.0 version. So, you might not realize it now. But hopefully he reads that card 10, 15 years from now and is like, oh, shit. Maybe I am this motherfucker.
When he wises up, when he smartens up, like most men do as we get older. Yeah. See, men get we grow better with age here. And that's our secret weapon. For those of us who take advantage of it. For the most part, we get better with age here. So when your kids get older, they're going to realize what Pops is doing. Hopefully they're going to realize and hopefully you're around so you can see that maturity in them,
It takes you guys a long time, though.
You're right. You're right.
Shit, throw that shit in there.
You're right.
Long time.
See, women age like wine, which just is like based off of the years. But men age like a stock investment. You just gotta fucking forget about it and then just come back and check. Come back and check on it way later.
Like Nike said, what now? At 85, it wasn't worth shit.
Rick James is down 37 points. Fuck! Don't touch it.
I read
Don't touch
something
it.
like Jordan that they expected to hopefully make $3 million off of him.
Right.
Out of 4 years, and now he makes $3 million every 5 hours
That's
or some
fucking
shit.
crazy,
Like,
man. That's
crazy.
God bless.
So
God
something
bless.
like that. You women, you have to ride with us. Where I think it should be illegal for a man to get married before the age of 35.
Man,
I think it should.
don't even get me started.
If we can't be president, we shouldn't be able to get married either, motherfucker.
Hey, you know what?
Because we don't grow up till about
back
35.
that. I back that. I back that.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you for watching.